be a few minutes, thank you. Pepper is a great dog, it's very nice. How long have you had Pepper?
5 years.
All right. So you had one batch of cases that you went to trial on, and you were 0 for 4, or 4 for 4, depending on one's perspective. And then there's a couple other ones that we're just, in light of the fact that you have 4, we just took care of. Okay. So now you have 2 more here. These ones,
Which other ones did you take care of?
There was 2 that were set for trial, Dana. 2 other ones that we just dismissed.
Why are you irritated with me?
What's that?
Why
So
is-
what are we gonna do in these cases here today?
Well, I'm going to trial.
Okay, then that's what we gotta do. That's
But
fine.
may I also show you some things that I have here?
You can show me whatever you want, but it
Okay.
doesn't, I mean, if you're not
I
willing
wanna
to,
show-
if you're not willing
I'm-
to accept any responsibility, or if we're just gonna go to trial each time, that's fine. We'll just do that.
Okay, so, but are you willing to accept responsibility for the people in your organizations doing what they're doing to me? Because I'm trying to explain to you that this is a violation of my civil rights, and I have the evidence here for you, right here, and I am going to be naming you in a federal lawsuit that a law firm has agreed to take, a very good law firm that wins. And anyways, this is the evidence that I have. So here's where I'm being told I'll be put in jail, which is wrong, I can't be. Here's where
By who?
the prior sheriff in 18, there's more. This is Ethan, the county person, talking about how many citations I've had, and they believe that there's no single person in the county who's been ticketed for any reason this amount of times. Now when it comes to,
Do you think that's incorrect?
I think it's absolutely correct. I also don't believe in coincidences. I think it's
don't-
interesting that I
so-
win a case against the government and then I'm cited this many times with evidence of breaking fences and tampering fences. Yeah. And then we've got the sheriff himself admitting, I've got you on audio admitting to me that this is what happens when you sue the government. I have Janelle Brandgen.
So what are you
I'm-
proposing?
I
Just what are you
believe that
proposing?
I'm pro-
What's your proposal on these 2 cases
My
right before
proposal
you?
is that, no,
What's your
my proposal is
What's your
that you
proposal?
investigate.
What's your proposal on these 2 cases?
I'm asking you to hold the government accountable for what they're doing to me. It's a violation of my First Amendment, my 4th Amendment, my 14th Amendment, my 8th Amendment. $500 per ticket per time when there's clear evidence that the people, here, I'll show you this document. Here's all of the case law that talks about people who've been charged numerous times, just like me. Look, these are all winning in 7th District. And look, here's the call log that I can put your records person for the sheriff's department on the stand, and she can tell you she's never seen anything like it. Look, this is the call log. Look at this. This is normal? You're not even looking.
I'm filling out a stipulation, Dana.
Look at this. You think this is normal behavior? And it's all from the same people. The same exact people who have filed fraudulent charges against me that got my bankruptcy dismissed. How am I, if you talk about the time and resources of the county being spent, how am I as an individual party supposed to afford this coordinated attack on me by the village of Richfield? I can prove Josh Showman's involvement. I can prove the sheriffs being used as pawns. I can prove your negligence in even looking into the matter while my family continues to be harassed. So here, it says here, the 7th Circuit noted the plaintiff offered evidence of a pattern of discriminatory behavior on the part of a government, and such a pattern can perform the same function as the similarly situated requirement in other Class of 1 claims. So all of this is this is what our government is set up to do, is to protect people from being targeted and retaliated against. There is a conspiracy for a coordinated...
Okay. All right.
You can roll your eyes at me all you want. You've not heard it all before. You haven't looked into it. I tried to give
Dana,
you...
we have in the past, okay? So we're...
Really? And what did you find? Did you find these documents when you looked into it? Did you find this? Have you spent any resources
Dana, are you going to
into-
sign this? This is just indicating that
I
on
don't
these
want to
cases...
sign it.
Okay. So
And I
you're
want a
not-
jury trial too.
Well, you do what you gotta do if you want a jury trial, but right now, it's being scheduled for a court trial. So you
On
did
each
not-
individual one or all of them combined? So what you're telling me is you're refusing to look into
So are you gonna
this
sign this saying that
coordinated
we haven't reached
campaign
an
of
agreement?
harassment.
Are you saying that you're not gonna sign the stipulation, get a copy for yourself, asking that it be set for trial? I'm
Fine,
asking you
I'll
for-
set it for trial, but are you
I'm asking-
refusing to
I'm
look
asking that both of them be
into,
set for trial on the same date.
are you willing to look into the conspiracy of a coordinated campaign of harassment towards me on behalf of the village of Richfield, the county, and my neighbors?
Okay, you can sign
Are
it.
you willing to look into it?
I'm not an investigator.
You're the district attorney, you're an elected official, Mark.
You're right.
You yourself are elected to represent the people.
You're right.
And I am willing to
to.
expose all of this.
Okay, just you.
Are you
need to do-
ready?
You need to do what you need to do, Dana.
I do,
Okay,
because
I
this
know.
is gonna happen to other people. If it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody.
I understand. So if we have this one, you have one.
Do
If
you
wanna
feel
send
good about
one-
this at night?
I don't feel good about it, Dana. I really wish.
What
you
about
could
when
just,
you
I
called
really
me?
wish you could just keep your animals.
So you honest to God think that I'm so incompetent that I can't figure out a fence, Mark?
You have in the past, Dana. You have.
I've put up 3 fences and they all get destroyed. How much money do you propose I spend when I've got this kind of fine? Putting up a fence that functions. There's other alternatives that the county has, including installing a fence and billing me. Why doesn't the county save some money
So you
by
want
putting
the
up
county to put up a
Sure.
fence for you?
Sure, because guess why?
They
Nobody's looking into what's happening. Maybe you'll care more if it's your fence.
So you want the county?
Yeah,
to
so
put
that
a
when it's
fence up.
damaged, you can see it for yourself and believe me. These people
That's an interesting-
want me gone.
This is an interesting proposal.
It is an interesting proposal.
Have them and they okay. All right. So you're gonna send this one here, and then we can get the ball rolling. Okay. Thank you for coming in. It was nice to meet your dog.
I really wish you guys would do the right thing. My family is suffering.
I feel bad, Dana.
No,
I do.
you don't.
I do feel bad because because we went through a period of time. It was like 8-10 years ago when you had a bunch, and we figured something out, and I didn't
And
hear
do you
from
know what we figured
and I
out?
didn't we didn't have any cases with you for several years, and then all of a sudden now there's.
Can I tell you
there's
why,
more.
Mark? Are you willing to entertain why?
Sure.
Okay, the first group of the horses was when I won against the Petrazades. I won the boundary dispute. They cut my fences in 3 places. My neighbor has all the pictures. And when you cut an electric line, it ruins the circuit for the entire thing. They got out 11 times. I called the sheriff's department when I was in Florida and found out I won. I said, heads up, I won a case. If history repeats itself, they're gonna be real angry. And sure enough, within 2 days, ponies running around the village. Then we go for quiet for a while. Now my ex-husband is trying to take my property. I can show you the emails that I have of how they follow.
So this is your ex-husband doing this?
No, the people want me to lose my property and run me out of town. I'll show you. They follow.
Dana, I do have some other things going on today. Thank you. I wish you the best. Okay.
So you're gonna walk out on me as I'm showing you the evidence. All
Well,
right.
Dana, I
Look at
spent
this.
15-20 minutes here with
Look
you.
at
Okay.
it. This is Marilyn and Paul Craig. They follow my CCAP. Look at this. They know everything that's going on, and they've talked to Jim Healy about it. And they're like, "Look, we need to press down on her. We need to press down on her." And I've got this from numerous neighbors. It happens over and over and over and over and over and over and over. But nothing to see here, right, Mark?
Okay. All right.
Maybe you'll decide to do the right thing. I hope.